Hello, everyone. Welcome to season 2 of SMA Voices. I'm so glad you have tuned in tonight to watch this awesome interview we're about to do. And for those of you who are joining for the first time, I am doing this podcast to advocate and educate people about SMA, and that even though people have SMA, they still live a normal everyday life. And so we're doing this to spread awareness. And I myself have SMA, and I am interviewing different people with different types so everybody can see that there are different types of SMA out there. So I hope you enjoy, and at the end, please subscribe and like my channel. Also, if you can, there's a link to donate to Cure SMA. So tonight I have Emma, and I'm gonna let her go ahead and tell us how old she is and where she is from.
Hi, everyone. This is Emma. She is 24 and she's from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Awesome. Oh wow, 24. I wish I was 24 again. Awesome. So have you lived there your whole life in Ohio?
Yeah, she's been in Cincinnati her whole life.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, tell us what type of SMA do you have?
She has SMA type 1. She's a stronger type 1, but it's still SMA type 1.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say because you set up pretty good. And yeah, that's awesome. For those of you watching that don't know what the different types are, like type 1 is known for the more severe type of SMA, and usually it affects your head control, your speech, your breathing. And then type 2, usually they can sit up, some can walk for, well, not really walk, but stand, I would say, and when they're little. And then type 3 is when they actually can walk when they're younger and then go into a wheelchair. And apparently now there's a type 4 that's pretty new. But it's more of an adult onset of SMA. So, how old are you when you were diagnosed?
She was 8 months, but
Okay.
but it was a late diagnosis because they messed up her blood work. She
Oh,
showed
okay.
symptoms at 3 months.
Okay. I was about to ask, how did they diagnose you, with blood work or muscle biopsy? So it was blood work. Okay.
She actually had both. She started with blood work and they mixed up the blood work and was misdiagnosed. And then she had blood work again and a muscle biopsy.
Oh, wow. What did they misdiagnose you with? What did they tell you it
They
was?
they didn't say what it was, they just said that it was not SMA.
Oh my gosh, that is so weird. I haven't heard of that one. Well, thank goodness they did both. I guess that's what proved it, huh?
She has a scar on her leg still from the muscle biopsy.
Yes, I have one too. They did one on me too. When I was diagnosed, of course, I'm 42, so I'm a lot older than you, but when I was diagnosed, it was only the muscle biopsies. There was no blood work. But then when Spinraza came out in 2017, I think, that's when I did the blood test as well to confirm it was SMA. So, well, how did your parents know that something wasn't right? Like, what signs and symptoms did they see with you as a baby? Do you know?
We took her to the doctor pretty early on because she wasn't holding her head up and was slowing down on kicking her legs, and she wasn't um rolling all the way over. And
Mm-hmm.
the doctor said she was a lazy baby.
Oh,
And
yeah. Mm-hmm.
so we, did therapy and went back home, worked on therapies, and then I worked for a neurologist, so I took her over to his house, and he told us we needed to see his other friend who's a neurologist, that they had an inkling of what she had, and then she was started going through the testing.
Okay. Well, that was good that you needed to bring her to a neurologist because there's sometimes they send you from doctor to doctor, not knowing what it is, especially back then. Um, so, well, do you have any family members who also have SMA?
Actually, yes, she has a younger brother who's 2 years younger than her, who also has SMA type 1.
Okay. Is there anybody else besides your brother, like extended family, or no?
No, we didn't know about it until she was born.
Okay. Yes, I've seen your brother on social media too. Is his name Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought y'all were brother and sister. I didn't know for sure, but I thought so. Well, how do y'all get along? Do y'all get along pretty good, or y'all have a lot of disagreements?
They get along really well. They just have a lot of different interests.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's good that y'all get along well. And I'm sure that's kind of nice in a way to have someone that knows like how it is to live with SMA like you and understand you, and how you feel.
But yeah, they talk a lot about different things with SMA, and for instance, she was the first to get a trach, so she talked him through getting one.
Okay, yeah, that's neat that y'all can support each other and know how it feels, and yeah, that's really neat that y'all get along well. Well, how was your childhood growing up with SMA? Did you go to school or were you homeschooled or what?
She went to a preschool
Mhm.
and um well, she went to two different preschools, a typical preschool, and she went to one where they taught her all the adapted stuff with the power chair and the computer and any of that stuff. And then we strictly homeschooled for a couple years. And then she did an online school from
Mhm.
maybe fifth grade through high school graduation.
Mhm. Oh wow. Did you like doing the online homeschool?
She said she liked it. She would have rather um, been in class with other people just because she likes to be around people, but it was better than just homeschooling because she could make friends and talk to people.
Yeah, you can talk to him online and yeah, uh, yeah, I get that too. I tutor kids and since COVID, I've been doing it virtually online just because I can't take the chance of having all different kids in and out of my house. But I do miss it in person because I'm a people person too. But at least it's better than nothing. Talking to people and seeing people. Um, well, that's good. After um, after high school, did you continue with college or anything?
She went to Liberty University online and got her bachelor's in graphic design and then graduated went to the graduation at Liberty University. And now she is working on her master's degree in biology and conservation at Miami University and the Cincinnati Zoo.
Oh, fun. Well, that sounds interesting. So, what do you hope to do with that one day with your degree?
She wants to work at either the zoo or the nature center, and she wants to make conservation efforts and just access to nature more accessible. That's what her master plan or master project is on.
Wow, that's really neat. That's awesome. Well, well, you must be a good student to go that far to get your master's. I don't think I ever liked school that much. I have my bachelor's, and I thought about going back to get my master's, but like I've been out of school so long, I don't know if I want to go back. But I know you can go back at any age, it doesn't matter. But that's awesome that you're going all the way. That's the way to do it, never stop. Mhm.
Mhm. She didn't originally plan on getting a master's. That's something happened that during COVID.
Yeah, well, it kept you busy too, huh? Yeah, yeah, I understand that for sure. Well, so when will you finish your master's? You might have said.
In about 2 years.
Okay, you have 2 years left. Well, that's awesome. Well, tell us about your what all medical equipment do you have to use every day?
He uses all the regular breathing equipment, the vent. She's trach and vented and uses the vent at night, and humidifier, cough machine, suction machine, pulse ox machine,
Mhm,
and then she has a nebulizer and a ceiling lift and a power wheelchair,
mhm,
shower chair, and a what? Oh, like a lay down chair.
uh-huh,
And then she adapts. She has a adapted mouse to use on the iPad and the computer.
okay. So how do you use that? Tell us more about that.
Her the mouse is a light touch mouse. It's just a typical light touch mouse. That's Bluetooth, and then she has to position her hand sideways in a very specific way, like with like stuffed animals and whatever, holding her arm in a certain position,
Uh-huh,
and then she can do pretty much anything on a computer or on the iPad. She does graphic design, she does writing or papers, any of
mhm.
that.
Wow, that's awesome. And I see you have something fancy on your wheelchair over there. Is that how you drive? Do you use a certain controller or a regular controller?
She drives with a mini joystick right now, and then she has a Jayco robotic arm.
Oh, you do? That's awesome. I've been thinking about one of those. Do you like it?
Yeah, she likes it a lot.
What all do you use it for?
She can pick up stuff like we have card holders to play cards, and she can take her cards out of the card holder. She can
Mhm,
she doesn't physically eat. She actually is fed through a G-tube, but
mhm,
she likes to taste things, so she can hold stuff up to her mouth to taste, like a spoon or a sucker, whatever she wants to taste.
mhm. Well, that's the idea. I saw one for the first time when I went to conference last summer, and the only thing I didn't know if I would like is how they kind of stick out, on the side of your chair. So I didn't know how that would work, like through doorways. Does that bother you or no?
It's a little bit bulky under the one armrest, but they actually tuck in pretty well now. The newer ones do.
The new ones do. See, I probably haven't seen the new one. The one I saw was probably one of the older ones. So you'll have to later on, you have to send me a picture of it if you can. I'd like to see it. Now, was it hard to get your insurance to pay for that? Because I've heard that some people, it's very hard for them.
Yeah, she was lucky. She got it fairly easily through insurance. I don't know if it's just our therapists are that good at writing letters or what, but we do
Mhm.
know it's really hard for a lot of people to get it approved through insurance.
Yeah, you're right. Like, if you have the right person to write it and they know how to write it, what words to use, it makes a world of difference. That is for sure. Well, well, that's awesome that you can drive your chair, and because I know a lot of people with type 1, some people don't have the strength to drive a power chair. So that's awesome. And the fact that you sit up straight like that, that's another really awesome thing for type 1. So,
Yeah, she's always been able to be upright, but she has um like a really intricate headrest that holds her neck and holds her head in place, and
mhm.
then the back of the chair is curved to fit her body to hold her in place, and then seat belts um like if and she had spinal surgery. Um but like if we were to take her out of the chair, she doesn't have a whole lot of movement.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really good though that they can fit you to, be able to have independence like that. It makes a world of difference when your wheelchair is fitted right to you.
Mhm. Definitely.
Mhm.
She has been since starting Spinraza. She's on Evrysdi now, but she started
Mhm.
with Spinraza, and when she started with that and started working out, she could balance her head for short periods of time.
Mhm. Wow, that's amazing. I mean, especially at your age with type 1, that is really amazing. Um, well, yeah, we're gonna have to get into that in a minute, into what drug you're on and everything. But for all of your equipment and stuff, or is it hard to travel? Are you able to travel with all of that, or what do y'all have to do?
Because it's um because it's Emma and Nick, we have double the equipment. So when we do travel, which we do like to travel, we have to take like a trailer on the back of the car
Yeah,
to get anywhere.
I believe it. I mean, I know I don't have nearly as much as you do to travel with, but I still have a lot. And I just got a new vehicle and they wanted me to downsize. I'm like, no, because I need the room for all my stuff. And if we have people with us or in their stuff, so I understand for sure. Do you have a Hoyer lift to travel?
Right now when we travel, she does not have a Hoyer lift. When we travel, we do a two-man lift all the time. For both her and Nick. At home we have a ceiling lift
Mhm.
to transfer her. Um, but yeah, at the moment we do a two-man lift.
Okay.
You might need
Okay.
to get one soon.
Yeah. Yeah, they're handy. I have one that you can completely fold up.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah, so you can just like with our vans with the ramps, you can just like roll it in. So it's really nice. The only thing I run into is like hotels sometimes have like box frames that go to the floor under the bed, and so they can't roll under the bed. So that's the only thing. You kind of got to plan ahead and find out what the beds are like.
yeah, we definitely have to plan ahead for everything. Even we've even rented places that said they were accessible and had two steps.
Oh, yes. Oh, wow. I haven't had that yet, but we usually do hotels. We did do an Airbnb last night or 2 summers ago for the first time, but it was actually really accessible. Because the people that owned it had someone in a wheelchair. So that was the only reason that I totally trusted the website. As other people say it is, and then you're like, no, there's a step. That's not, yeah, but sometimes they don't know what we're talking about. So, well, the one thing I do know about you that you like to do is you like to go to concerts. Is that right?
Yes, she does.
Yes, I do too. So that's something else we definitely have in common. But I saw that you went to one recently and you got to meet somebody, it looked like. Tell me about that. Who was that?
She's good friends with Madison, who also has SMA and lives in Columbus, and the two of them have been fans of Big Time Rush for 15 years. They used to have a TV show, and they're a band that travels. And so this year they got together and went to four different concerts in four different states.
Oh, wow.
And then saved up their money and did backstage passes.
Well, tell me, how did you get backstage passes? Because I've always tried to get backstage passes. Do you have to do the VIP and all that? The VIP ticket?
Yeah, for this band you can buy VIP tickets or meet and greet tickets and get picture and meet them backstage or whatever. Not all VIP packages include meeting the person though. But
Yeah,
this band it does.
yeah. Well, I'm not real familiar with them, but I'm sure that's fine because I'm a lot older than you. But I've heard of them. But yeah, I love concerts too. I prefer country music. I'm actually going to see Lainey Wilson next week, so I'm excited because she's a Louisiana girl like I am. So
That'll be a great concert.
yes, I'm excited. It's the first time I've seen her, so
She likes country too. She likes just about everything.
everything.
We just recently went to Thomas Rhett.
Oh, I love him.
Nick is a huge country fan.
Yes, I love him. Actually, I saw him a few years ago, and he came into the audience and he came right in front of me, actually. So I didn't really meet him, but he came right up to me. So,
That's awesome.
yes, he's so fun. He seems like a really fun guy.
Yeah, she likes when artists come into the audience. That makes it a lot of fun.
Yes, for sure. I used to go to a country music fest in Tiger Stadium at LSU in Louisiana. I'm sure you've heard of Tiger Stadium. And it was so fun. It was on Memorial Day. And they did it probably for, I would say, 5 years. It was a 2 day show. It was Saturday and Sunday. But then one year, Taylor Swift came on the Friday night.
Wow, that's awesome.
And yes, right before COVID, they stopped having it. So I wish it would come back, but I don't know.
They just started a country concert um weekend like 2 years ago here. We haven't been to that one yet.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a lot. It was fun, but it was tiring as we get up early and kind of go tailgate and stuff, and then go into the concert. And we get back to the hotel or wherever we were staying till at least midnight. I didn't get up the next morning and do it over again. So it was good, but definitely tiring at the end of it. So, well, do you have caregivers that come in and help you every day?
No, can she have a second? She needs this suction.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's fine. I'll wait. You can turn your screen or whatever you need to do.
Okay.
So for those of you that are watching and wondering why type 1 with the people with type 1 with SMA have to be sectioned, it's because they have weakened muscles to swallow. So they have to be sectioned every now and then to clear their airways and their throats. And there you are, you're back. And you probably feel better too. I know that's a good feeling when you feel like you need to be sectioned, huh?
You can talk now. Yeah, you feel like you're drowning, right?
Yeah, yeah. I know I get like that when I'm sick. Oh gosh, it's terrible. So not fun. But so we were talking about the caregivers. So do you have caregivers that come every day?
She has an aunt who became a nurse to help her out, and she comes 3 days a week. And then her grandma is an aide who comes 2 to 3 days a week. And then her dad and I
Mm-hmm.
help around the clock.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's awesome. At least you have your mom and dad to help when nobody else is there, huh? I know you're very grateful for that.
She said, yeah, she's grateful because we're always here and she doesn't have to worry about ever being alone or having a caregiver not show up and be stuck in bed or something like that.
Yeah, I interviewed a girl a few episodes ago, and she actually lives alone. And she has type, well, I think she said type 2, but a strong type 2. And but she doesn't have people stay with her at night. And I was like, I don't know if I feel safe doing that just because I always think like, what if my phone doesn't work or I don't know. But I guess she's brave because she makes it work. So
Yeah, we have some friends that do that, but Emma said she thinks she would be scared to be alone.
yeah,
We have had some of those friends like call us in the middle of the night, like, hey, there's a tornado and nobody's here to help me kind of thing. You know, you
yeah,
definitely have to build up a group of people that'll show up last minute.
yeah, that's the thing. You definitely have to have some reliable people that live around you that yeah could show up at any time. But well, do you have trouble finding caregivers, or have you had your aunt and your grandma for a long time?
we've kind of had it set up this way for a long time. Um, Emma and Nick used to have more nursing through Children's Hospital day and night. Um, Once COVID hit, we no longer had that. And then after COVID, you just can't find caregivers anywhere.
Mm, I know it's hard. I actually put a post out today because I have one part time. But she's wonderful. She's been with me for years, and then well, she took off for a little while to start a family and have kids and stuff, and then she came back and but I'm trying to find another one part time, and thankfully I have my parents too as backups that help as well. But when I was in college, I had 24 hours. So I did have some friends and family there that would help out too. But yeah, it's a challenge to find good ones, reliable ones too.
She said, yeah, she has been trying to find for a couple years just some extra people to train to do her care just as backups, but it's just really hard to find.
I know, I know. And you don't want just random people because you want them to know how to do everything. You have to be able to trust them and know everything about you.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to trust people.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Well, I'm so glad though you have family that help you out. Those are definitely the best caregivers. So uh, that's awesome for you. Well, we went over some technology that you use to make your life easier. Obviously, your wheelchair. You talked about your mouse. And you talked about your Jacob arm, your robotic arm. Do you have anything else that makes your life easier? Any other kind of technology or anything you use?
She sometimes uses an eye gaze with a neuronode system. With the eye gaze, she can move her eyes across the screen and choose things and um,
Um,
click letters or words or whatever to say what she wants to say. And the neuronode actually acts like a mouse and can click things as well, depending on if she's having a bad day or sick, having trouble talking, any of those things.
uh,
Intubated.
uh, yeah. Well, that's good that you have that because I think that's very important to you to be able to feel independent and use your computer or your iPad.
But yeah, sometimes when she's sick, she can't talk, so she has to type out what she wants to say.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely understand that. Well, we talked a little bit earlier about your treatment for SMA. So you said you were on Spinal and then you switched to Resty. So tell us what made you decide to switch.
So she started with Spinraza when it first came out, and she was on it for a couple of years. But for her, for some reason, the injections were very painful. Um,
Okay.
she and Nick both stay awake for the Spinraza injections just because it's so much work for someone with SMA type 1 to be put to sleep,
Uh-huh.
longer hospitalization, and just a lot of chaos. And so
Yeah. Yeah.
they were incredibly painful for her, caused her super high anxiety. And so whenever Zee became available, she switched to a Risdi, and that she takes that by G tube every day.
Okay. So do you see any kind of improvements with it or no?
Um, with both medicines, her CHOP and 10 score, which is how they measure your strength and improvement, has gone up several points. And now she can, if her back is stabilized, she can balance her head for a certain amount of time.
Wow, that's really good that you can do that. What about breathing? Have you noticed a difference with breathing on the drugs or no?
She says she hasn't really noticed changes on that. Some people tell her that she speaks louder. She said she doesn't notice it, but
Mhm.
that's what people tell her.
Yeah, I know. I've had people tell me that too, and I'm like, yeah, some things we don't notice that other people do. Um, so there's we have to remember too the main point of the drugs is to keep SMA from progressing. So even if we don't see a lot of improvements, we can at least hope that it's doing that job.
Yeah, she feels pretty stable. She hasn't really gone backwards, and she's had one or two sicknesses that in the past really would have set her back quite a bit.
Well, that's good. That's good that you haven't felt like you've declined, especially the older you get. That's really good. Well, let me ask you one last thing before we go. What is the one thing you would like to advocate the most for the SMA community?
She, um, she has a lot of stuff she would like to advocate for. But her main point is on education because even though all of her early testing and everything showed that she was very intelligent and very capable, people make assumptions that because she's in a wheelchair and doesn't have a lot of body movement, that her brain is not functioning at a high level either, even though she's very intelligent and very capable.
Yes, I totally understand that. They even do that to me with type 2. Um, we were at a restaurant not that long ago, and the waitress just looks at my mom and was like, "What would she like to drink?" And I'm like, "I wanted to say hi, I'm right here, you know." Like, I think it's just people that, like you said, who are not educated, and um, that's why I'm doing these podcast episodes to show the world that just because you have SMA, you can still live a normal life, get a full education, have a family, have a job, we just have to do things a little differently. Yeah. So, yeah, I noticed that when I went to conference for the first time, and I was telling different people about stories, and like they just can't believe that some people walk with SMA, and different things that they didn't know. And that's when I decided, oh, well, we need to do something to help spread awareness more. So, well, that is a great thing to advocate. And I know you're a wonderful advocate on your social media to show people that you live a full life as well. And I'm so happy that you joined me today for this interview. And I got to meet you. I'll definitely have to tell Aubrey and Emily to watch this. They were excited when I told them that I was going to interview you. So, and tell your brother that he may have to be up next for an interview if he wants to.
She said she will tell Nick and tell Aubrey hi. We've been friends since like Aubrey was born. Give them hugs for us if you see them.
I know. We only live 3 hours away, but we haven't seen each other in forever, and we keep saying we have to try to get together soon. But I definitely will tell her.
Hmm. Thank you for having us.
Well, thank you for joining, and make sure to tell all your family and friends to like and share the YouTube channel. And if they would like to donate to Cure SMA, any little donation definitely helps with research and drugs and all of that stuff. So, thank you so much again. It was so nice to meet you. And I will definitely talk to you soon. Have a good night.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. Good night.
Y'all too. Bye.
Bye.